already low HP. Chris has used all his util in towards B, and Tizian has been tagged. Frozen pushing long with a massive kill on Searson, and now Big. They're going to bail out of B, but they haven't got much other control. They go up towards Catwalk, in towards A, but MOUSESPORTS are ready for it.
Oh, Rops. Yeah, that's probably a little bit more than he bargained for there on the re-peak. WOXİC will come in and alleviate some of this pressure out from CT. And he's looking to turn even more heads, but he ends up getting his taken off. This is still a doable round for Big. tabseN doubling up, and now these three players are all the walking wounded. tabseN left in the clutch, but he's got to land one bullet per player to pick this round up. Frozen and Rops getting into the site. The kit's dropped in CT, and oh dear, Frozen went for the kit. Rops was in the site alone, and the timing couldn't have been worse on that drop. Now sticking it, and a bit of damage done from tabseN. He finishes off the round with 4. Pistol round secured for Big, and a bit of a Oki Momo there with the defuse kit.
Yeah, definitely. And big round for tabseN, right? He actually chooses to stick on the Glock over the USP. He wants those beefy Glock shots, and he only needs a couple of them to clean up the round. Everything T-forces, but it might not come into all too much effect because Rops is alone on B, and on the scout, that's not where you want to be. Keto's found a follow-up, and both scouts removed with only a tag to their name. These pistols it might just go and...
Twitch chat, I'm kind of relying on you guys for this one. Now, you've been watching a lot of Counter-Strike recently, so if you could keep me up to date with what's going on, I'll throw it over to you guys to cast this round. And right now, it sounds like these Deegs are trying to pop off. But my word, the Galils, the SMGs, they're all responded. On plant attempted, and will be found here for the Bigs.
Entering through the doors.
Tizian, this entry out through long, and he is going to catch the first man. Carrigan removed.
He actually blinded himself as well. He dropped a flash, really well timed to catch Big as they went through the doors, but he didn't turn from it.
He ends up being hoisted by his own petard there, and that will be this 4-on-4 gifted over. As now the long control attempted, and Searson's scout is something that's only whispered about. The scene, you can't really talk about it up front because he's pretty nasty with this weapon, and he has gone ahead and secured control of long. Now Big getting into the site, they throw this molly. This is going to send Chris J and Rops packing. At this point, I think if you're MOUSE, you're definitely looking to save. Maybe with that kill there onto Searson, you're a little bit more tempted. It's not something they're going to commit to.
And well, it's already been won. Or actually, sorry, it's tabseN. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Rops is still here. He's actually killed 2 with the scout. How on earth does he do it? Blinded, but still brutal. Looking for a third as well. They're going to keep giving him fights here inside of a B. Flash is good though this time. The molly doesn't work, but the flashbang at least cuts him off, and he has nowhere to go. Tizian gets the kill, and Big get the sight. And even though Rops puts up an incredible defense on this B bomb site as a lone anchor, this could still be Big's round, but oh, MOUSESPORTS flashing through the smoke.
Through the bottom, but he doesn't find anything from it. Now crossing into the site, it's Tizian. Someone needs to watch him though, and Frozen hopping in through the window.
As a surprise to see tabseN just commit with the plant, it will cost him his life. But Chris gone from this round. It's already started and already ended, at least for him. XANTARES has dropped Carrigan into long, and it's a fast play for XANTARES with great results. 2 kills off of this AK. Again, looking like a real star for Big. And that's because XANTARES has walked up long and cleared A. He's even killed WOXİC in spawn with the AWP.
Down in the dumpster once again.
Yeah. And that's actually super scary, Harry, if we look at, like, you know, the consequences in this tournament, right? Because for MOUSESPORTS, they've already opened up with a loss yesterday, good to Complexity, and it's an AK. WOXİC has his AWP, but it's a small consolation. It's a grim consolation here for MOUSESPORTS in a game that is just...
Of what site, I wonder? B. And here comes the push. Rops has to try and buzz around here, and he gets bested almost immediately. These beekeepers not cut out for the swarm of big players that come their way. You're going to get to have a buy, but if you keep 3, suddenly, like, what you're able to bring into this round is stellar. Like, you've got everything you need. You get it, and these peaks are unreal. Like, you don't even get to, like, Rops, right? He sees his team, and that's exactly what Big are looking to do. Frozen at the back of the site. The other 2 players for MOUSE are deep at long. And so Frozen, he's alone here inside of A. He's got to make a bit of a stand, and with no kills going his way, the bomb plant now comes through. MOUSESPORTS, they're on 4-on-5 in the retake.
This is just an excellent T side for Big, where they're grouping, they're going as 5 everywhere they go, and they're looking so warmed up individually. And for MOUSESPORTS, when you're having to deal with it, the round's done, the round's lost, and Big are even hunting.
Yeah, one of the things I love as well, right, is like you look at this big squad. DUST2 has always been a good map for them with a lot of iterations of this team. But then you also look at like the components that reside within this.
Karrigan is ahead of it with a double kill, mowing them down. Even when they get the trade, they are not going to be ready for Frozen. Big can completely discount this position. You can already see no one's looking at it. Frozen doesn't need to move. He can just wait here and give info to his team. Wait here. Oh, he's been spotted. Frozen has to take the kill, but he can't get it in time. How? How? I don't know. I don't understand. Tabson is so quick.
Tabson, they call him the lifeline because, my word, has he just given Big a chance in this round. He's also saved his teammate Searson's life down in the pit. Tabson, the guardian angel of Big, the guardian angel of the German scene, and he really is just laying down the pain right now. Now WOXİC is trapped out on a limb here as well. Chris J going to try and flash WOXÍC in for a peek, but he can't get out. WOXÍC, he's stuck, he's facing jail time, and when you step into the big house, you get shut down. Now a 2-on-2, and Tabson in with 4, on for the ace. Chris J, 1v2, what can he do here? Creeping on up through CT, AWP in hand, and they're up on top of the boxes above him. XANTARES will steal the ace. Removed ROPS in the meantime, and these players getting out through Cat, starting now to close the distance into this A side of the map. Trapped at ramp is Karrigan, and he is so low on HP. Searson will finally do the damage. There is a USP kill onto Tizian, and wrapping around from behind, WOXÍC could get another. Ooh. 2 USP kills in this round, and he's given MOUSESPORTS a fighting chance. Now it's still a 2-on-2, and there is still the terrible Tabson up on this T side inside of this site. He's going to stick around while Keto falls off over towards Long. Frozen dropping into CT, but Tabson is more than aware, and him in last third map.
And not the blowout in the way that I would expect as well, right? Big, like, you know, we know how good they can be, but against MOUSESPORTS, 10-1 up, they're not giving any room to Mouse. WOXÍC will find a kill with the AWP in this round. This could be the chance for Mouse to put a few rounds on the end of the board. Try and get some form of buffer. Nice shot from WOXÍC. He gets a tag, but he would have loved the kill because now his position is known, and he might go down without any sort of a say in the round. Nade does land, does good damage. He's going to try and sneak through the smoke, and actually does escape. There's a world where WOXÍC can find another fight. Goes back and does get it. That's a great shot for WOXÍC, because even though Tabson still stands, he took 2 health. You'd like to think that he would be an easy...
CT smoke for XANTARES. That's going to force these players out of CT and maybe into his crosshair. Now, first clearing the site, he didn't see anyone. And he hasn't checked close at CT. There's so many players here. And Searson, surely not ready for it. He actually does deal with Karrigan. XANTARES left up in the 1v2, and he only knows where one of these players are. He's going to try and survive the drop into CT. Now, this has to be mental. This has to be unreal. XANTARES hopping down, and they're both there. Yeah. 1 kill, but
you likely lose a round as a CT, especially in one like this where there's just no util to win. WOXÍC, big shot in middle. Karrigan could push off the back of it as WOXÍC is drawing them in. He's going to run away. Won't get heard. Karrigan waiting for audio of his own as Keto does sit still in middle. XANTARES beside him, and they're going to try and jump up towards Catwalk. This is exactly what Karrigan wants. Actually, mid to B smoke landing. Karrigan now needs to be very ready for this close fight. Can't just be holding the jump up. It's a double peek, but he finds one and almost sprays the second. XANTARES with a trade keeps this round alive, and he hits the A site as the molly fades, trapping WOXÍC in between these 2 players, and a missed shot from WOXÍC. He is running out of opportunities. XANTARES has bailed. Meanwhile, he hasn't committed to taking A, despite there being no one here to stop him. ROPS is in spawn, and the bomb has been picked back up. They can go B if they want.
WOXÍC running backwards there, maybe trying to play anti-flash, or maybe trying to assign some meaning to a kill that doesn't need it. And well, WOXÍC giving that one up has now left ROPS all alone. He's not able to do anything.
Smokes potentially. Actually, Big might just want to take it right. They're already this far deep. Smoke does land. Searson with a shot. Oh, Keto's cleared up one as well, and Searson through the smoke finding more and more bodies. WOXÍC about to hit the floor as well, and there it is.
Then you're set up for a 4-on-5 retake again. WOXÍC has got to make a stand. He burns to death. He perishes in that Molotov, and Keto, we were saying about those long players having to play retake. They don't even get the chance. They were waiting. They were hoping they could have approached this in a 4-on-4. And Keto has robbed them of that right. Chris J and Rops now left in the 2-on-4 clutch attempt for a third round at the end of the first half of play. And they're not really making any progress right now. No one from Big is offering up a fight. The molly is going to hold them back even longer. They smoke it, they go through, and they do find Searson. But half the time, more than half the time, picked off this bomb. They've got to pick up the pace. Everyone over here towards the A bomb site.
Fast play. The smokes are down and spamming through them. The grenade will actually get a kill. Big, a man up, add it to a tally. They've even got a kit for the retake if it gets that far. That's still a question in and of itself because Mouse have yet to get onto the site. They've got a kill on tabseN though, and Big start to back up as they look to play a retake round here. Not really much else they can do. These Glocks can be a real problem up close, so Big want to be very careful with how they approach this, but nice shot from XANTARES. He's going for the Kuklis, he's going for the jumps. He certainly could hit one. There's two in the site right now, and oh, he's hit it! Yeah! Woo! Let's go, Big. They find...
Oh, I mean...
But, like, he jumps and is died.
It's not a good start. They lose Carrigan early, but Rops has opened up into B. Now that there could be a way back into this site, and they do follow up, actually. WOXİC'e there dealing with tabseN. XANTARES still a threat, still alive. They're not budging. Bear in mind that Chris J, and amongst all of this, was coming in on a lurk in through the catwalk. And while he does get some damage off, it's not enough to do anything in the grand scheme.
Because right now, Big are not giving any way back into this round. XANTARES finds a pick down mid. Tizian was dead along early, keep that in mind. So MOUSESPORTS have something here in terms of control. But Big, they just need to play very safe. They don't need to worry about things. With the trade coming from XANTARES, it's back to a 4-on-4, and Upper Dark has been taken. Chris is watching for it though, and oh dear, Keto hits a shot faster. That's B cleared out, and now Big know they can gamble stack A because MOUSESPORTS have got to...
And now these players have gotten close, frozen. Not going to last long, not going to fare well in the A-bomb site. Carrigan's mollied out as well. This utility's doing so much damage, and it was a 3-on-3. It was looking good, but MOUSESPORTS, it's all fallen apart here in round 18. They get 2-1 in the series.